Here we are, Bangin Beers podcast. What did I say it was? 74?
76.
76?
76.
Oh, I shortchanged us.
Yeah, you got so blown away by episode 75, you forgot what number it was.
Yeah, actually, let's do this real quick. Let's put these down here. We're not being used, so we'll just throw them down.
There we go.
We'll show
Cleared
more of the table off.
Excellent.
Pops is, I think, bike riding or something's going on.
Yeah.
Andrew is on, he was supposed to go on vacation, but then couldn't. But then he took a day with the wife, which I completely, go do that, boy.
That's absolutely
So have some fun with there. So I called the reinforcements in. I brought in Bad Maggie's own Tyler Smarr. Tyler's like my, outside the show hangout buddy. We play Xbox a lot together. We go to a lot of concerts together. We're always people thought we were cousins for a while.
Really?
I think Billy Trey even said. Billy Trey's like, I thought you guys were like related because you're always together. I'm like, we hang out.
Yeah,
we hang out. Tyler's a good guy.
Like shows, everything.
Yeah. So Tyler's hanging out with tonight. We're gonna have some beers and have some fun here.
Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a slow burn, aren't we?
Yeah, we're gonna take our time tonight. Actually, while you're talking here,
Sure. What are you thinking? It's just percolating in his head right about
actually,
now.
I'm just checking to see how it sounds on Twitch real fast
Yeah, that's fine.
because the other time it didn't sound too hot.
It's
Oh, that's perfect. All right, I'm digging it. I'm not even gonna look anymore.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like 5 second delay.
And it should be on. Just double check real quick. Should be live on our Facebook page as well.
Yeah.
Share it.
I've been really bumming it over this pandemic.
Interviews with Everyday People is now live, so that's
there we
great.
go.
That's not where I wanted to be. I picked Banging
Yeah.
Beers, so it's live on Interviews with Everyday People. So that's awesome.
Oh boy.
Son of a bitch.
Well, you taking the technical difficulties.
It just when you try to cross stream, it just fucking goes like shit.
Yeah.
I'll just share it in the group page real quick.
But what the hell are we waiting for here? Let's grab
Yeah.
the first beer out.
All right, grab that first beer. Give us the description of it, Ben. Read it off. And,
Okay,
we'll get
this
we'll
is
get the crack
Little
course.
Juicy Coupe, a hoppy lager. So, first beer of the night. I'm going to crack it open. It's a 6.5% alcohol by volume. I'll pull up the description in a little bit. We could get little full pours out from these. So,
Sweet.
go ahead. Help yourself, Tyler. Okay, Little
There
Juicy
you go,
Coupe.
sir.
I think, is that the 2019 variant? The 2020 variant. Okay. Well,
My dad said he was not a huge fan of this. It is a lager, but it's a hoppy lager.
yeah. So, like I said,
I like lagers.
Yeah,
the
I
hoppy
like
ones
lager.
I'm a fan of.
this is Little Juice Coupe IPL. It's a Three Heads Brewing lager, clocking at 6.5% alcohol by volume. This India Pale Lager was so popular as a tasting room release, we decided to do a limited run of cans. The Little Juice Coupe features a delightfully fruity aroma perched on top of a glowing malt body and a delicious hop flavor. Because it is lager for over 4 weeks, this offering if very smooth and refreshing. Double dry hopped with over 6 pounds per barrel of Citra and Mosaic hops, brewed with love along with pale Carafoam and Munich malts, Tomahawk, Citra, and Mosaic hops. Hoppy, citrus, piney, smooth, and dank.
Fucking tomahawk.
Dank. Let's go.
Let me grab a quick little.
I'm going to grab some napkins.
Grab a little photo here. Oh, just mute your mic before you fucking go slamming your headphones on it, you psychopath.
You know how I roll, Tom.
Oh, yeah. Poor guys listening in their car, then they fucking they crash their shit because you fucking smashed.
I've been trying to shave. There we go.
It'll be like that one episode of Family Guy where they're doing Peter Erotica with Betty White. Doing whatchamacallit. Reading the books.
Little Juice Coupe. Isn't that like a Beach Boys song? A little Juice Coupe. Juice Coupe.
It does sound
Sounds
like
like it
that
now.
too. Really, it does. It is a little bit different.
It's
Wow.
very juicy. It's like a juice. That's a juice bomb beer right there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. Let me give one more.
I'm liking it.
I'm digging it too. I'm digging it, but I'm trying to find out where I lie on the score here.
I don't know. I really liked the Golden Gun Lager that Hare brought along.
Oh, that was really good.
I really liked that. That was
I'm into
something so
this.
different.
So I feel like if any other beer guy would drink this, and it would probably get like a lower score, because it's what is it average? Real quick, you still have it up? I'm already on the next screen.
I'm gonna go. It's a 3.99, 102 check-ins.
I'm not saying I don't know if it's as high as a 4 for me, but
Yeah.
it's like a 3.75.
That's exactly 3.75.
I probably would give it a 3.5.
A
for me.
3.5?
Yeah, a 3.5 for me
I
because
really like this. I never had a hoppy lager.
We've had a few of them on the show.
yeah, they're a little bit different with versus just like a regular lager. Obviously hoppy, but it's just a different flavor profile, and sometimes you don't get you get sidetracked or sideswiped a
Yeah.
little bit, and you're like, whoa, that's totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a 3.5 for me. It's just solid 3.5.
I would drink a lot of these.
Okay.
This would be something I would get like a 4-pack of, and I would hang out for the night and enjoy these. I would keep going back to it. This wouldn't be a one and done beer for me.
I probably would have one in the beginning, and then if I wanted to at the end of the night just have something, that would be like my last one.
Yeah.
First
if
and last.
I bought a 4-pack of this, I wouldn't be upset about it. Like it wouldn't be something I would be like, oh, I gotta fucking grit through these 4 cans. Like I would enjoy this.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Can art's really cool.
I might have a little more.
While we have you guys here, we do have the Tyler Smarr's handlebar is amazing. And my little brother's watching. What's going on, Austin? How does it look and
What's up,
sound, man?
dude?
Does it sound and look good? Or how we coming off? While we have you guys right here in the beginning, we were supposed to have a collaboration tonight with
Beer You Are.
Beer You Are. If you want to go check them out on Instagram, because of the weather and the storm coming, I guess they had some issues.
Yeah.
So they weren't able to make it. So next weekend, I don't know if it's going to be live. It really all comes down to.
Okay.
I went to the Billy there.
Yeah, you know the trick is to this table. If you say you're not going to do something, you're going to do it. Like every time Billy
my
comes,
God,
he's like,
yeah.
I'm not going to do anything crazy.
It's
and
like
then
the automatic jinx.
yeah, you jinx yourself. So I don't know if next week's going to be live or not, but it will 100% be recorded and put up.
Oh man.
Because I don't know what the internet situation is going to be up there or how it's going to look if we go live.
Yeah.
But it will 100% be recorded. I think we're going to be recording 2 episodes. We're going to do one Friday night and one Saturday night.
That's gonna be different. Yeah.
We're gonna record. I think what we're gonna try. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna do on their end, but I know
Right.
our end we're gonna record an episode if it was just business as usual. But we'll be joined
Yeah.
by those guys.
yeah.
We're gonna bring all of our equipment and kind of Frankenstein together what would work best.
Yeah.
And then
I love that adjective. Frankenstein it together.
And then we're gonna do one of their shows. Now, what I'm gonna propose to those guys is maybe we'll film it, and then they can post it on their Facebook page, or we can post it as if like we'll post the video aspect alone on our
Yeah,
page and say,
yeah.
well, this is what a normal podcast of theirs sounds like, but we're going to put a visual to it, and then you can go and follow them. So that's what I'm going to pitch to them. I'm sure they'll be with it.
Very first video of
Yeah,
It's Just Beer.
Because we did
That's wild.
We did it with Murder My Dude. We did a video with Murder My Dude, and then but they're not a video podcast, but because we collaborated and I do video and audio, I just videotaped it.
You might as
The
well.
audio
yeah.
is on their platform, but then you can go and watch it on our platform to kind of be like, well, what is this? It's like a bonus episode, and then be like, oh, I like that flow. So because I kind of let them do their whole show. I'm not hosting it. It's just, but we're filming it and facilitating. So I think that's what we're gonna do.
That'll definitely be fun.
Yeah, it's not lagging or chopping around. So we
There
do
you
have
go,
we do have a
yeah.
chat going, guys. I adjusted the settings a little bit, so I hope it looks and sounds really
Okay.
good. And it's not bouncing around all over the place. But if you're in the chat, definitely talk to us, hang out with us. We have a good amount of viewers right now, which is awesome. We also do, if you follow the links that are in the description or the links below, depending on where you're watching, just make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe wherever you're watching. Go support us on social media. But we do have a merch page up. The newest item on the merch page are zip-up hoodies. And they look awesome. I know you can't really wear them now because it's hot out, but it's a full zip-up hoodie. It's got the logo on the breast, I guess the boobie, and then the big logo on the back. And we pretty much put it for every one of our shows. So you can get the Beer Hub logo, you can get the ribbon logo, you can get the skull, you can get the old
Any
microphone.
of our current logos.
It's all on there. So
They look sweet.
yeah, and all that stuff goes to support the podcast and stuff like that. Now, like I said tonight, we have Tyler on. So, Tyler, you're a beer drinker. You're into the beers.
Yeah,
You
I
can
like
just
'em.
pull it up a little closer to you, the mic stand. There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Don't be afraid.
There we go.
Bring it right in the moose
Now you
there.
can hear me.
Put it right there in the land zone.
Right. My brother just texted me and he said, "What did you do to your face?"
Dylan is amazing.
That was Derek, actually.
Awesome.
That's funny.
Dylan would say the same thing.
Thank you.
You're just
PA,
say- you're
PA
just say,
Power
"You look like a
Driver, if you're into
dumbass."
wrestling content, go check those guys out. They're cool guys.
There you go. Yeah.
We work with them a lot. Probably have him on next week on the show, the Tornado Tag, because we figured out how to. Well, we've been having issues with our streaming, so I didn't want to bring
Yeah.
somebody on if it was like messing up a lot. So I'm trying to nail it down before I do all that. But yeah, so we're a lot of cool stuff. We were just at Tyler's house. Tyler's. You guys had
Had a little movie night.
the Oktoberfest on tap already.
That's right.
Oh man.
I'm calling it the August Fest because it comes out earlier and earlier every year.
Yeah, I
but
know.
It may have been July Fest. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like late
think it
July.
was, yeah.
It was July Fest beer. But it's I love that beer. The
It's great.
Yingling Oktoberfest is fantastic. Such a good beer.
And then it
I think
peters
we
off
we
in
kicked it
October.
already.
Really good
Yeah.
for you guys. Was it a full keg?
When
or
I
was it like a
say when I
6-12?
say we, I mean probably my dad and Derek.
Yeah, that's a great. I'm a really big fan of that beer. I think it's one of my favorite Oktoberfest. Now, last year we were supposed to do a whole Oktoberfest episode, but that's when we took a little break from the show. We had to assess things and figure things out. But this year we're 100% going to do a full Oktoberfest lineup, like our pick of what we think is out of the lineup,
Yeah.
whatever's available to us. So if you guys like that idea, comment below some of your favorite Oktoberfest, and we'll try to seek those out early and get them on one big episode. So Sam Adams is definitely going to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yingling.
Yingling, what's that? Great Lake.
Great Lakes. Yeah.
Great Lakes
I
is
think
a-
they make an Oktoberfest. I think Rusty Rail makes one.
Yeah,
Knocktoberfest.
Knocktoberfest. That's a good one. And I'm sure, like by that time, maybe Evergreen will probably have one
Whole
out.
bunch of them,
We
yeah.
can get a bunch of them. But yeah, so we were supposed to start maybe hitting up some breweries soon, but then all
Yeah.
regulations started hurting that again.
Yeah.
It's already a pain in the ass to get in there with the. Like, I'm not saying I'm against it. Like, this is not me saying I'm anti. What I mean, if it's keeping people safe, whatever. I'm not really bucking the system, but I don't want to go in there with everything else going on with sanitary stuff and social distancing and then bring a podcast in. I just think it's bad. It's in bad taste and it's just not convenient for everybody. So we're still we still want to keep doing that for you guys and going and visiting the brewers, but it's just not ideal right at this point in time.
It's not practical at this point.
Yeah. Anyone want any more one of
No,
this
you
juice?
go. No, you go
This
right
juice,
ahead.
one more of
man.
this.
No, I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll
I
crush
already
it.
had seconds, so all yours, buddy.
I'll go for the full pour.
Seconds and thirds.
Yeah, that was a good beer,
I
man.
really like that. That's a 375.
Good,
for sure.
good can art too. Probably hard to see with all the lights, but
3.5 for me. Like I said, 3.5. Solid 3.5 for me. It's definitely hoppy
I'm really
lagers
getting
aren't
the
my style,
juice.
but
Yeah, very
it's-
juicy.
It's super juicy.
I get that little bit of that little bit of the pine then too with it. So
I
yeah,
cleaned the
it's
whole
one
table
thing.
off to make it look nice, and then it looks like Ben's nightstand with rolled up tissues all over the place.
It's called Little Juice, but I think there's a lot of juice.
It's a big juice, and that's from
With 3 heads.
3 Heads, and they're at
I did not get a chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
I tagged you in it. I know that
Yeah.
for a fact.
They're out of Rochester, New York. So they're a New York
okay,
brewing
yeah.
company. They have about 337 beers they've made total. They average about a 3.71 with all their beers. So
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Wow.
I think, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in here. So, yeah, Rochester, they're out of Rochester, New York, 3 Heads Brewing Company. They've done a bunch of different collaborations with Clown Shoes, Genesee.
Clancy. Oh wow.
Trying
You
to
know-
see if anyone else on the show that we've had before. Nothing that's really catching my eye.
Yeah. I know that Genesee did their cream ale with Other Half then too,
Did
and I really wanted
you
to
can-
get it. Oh my god.
We have people in New York we know. Maybe they could find it for us.
Oh yeah. They were. I forget. They might even have it. They might even have it at the brewery. I'm not sure, but wow. I think it was only like $16 for a 4-pack.
Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest. That'd be cool.
There
My
you
brother
go.
said that Stegmaier makes an Oktoberfest, and it might have been that one.
I
I don't know if
see-
that was very good or very bad. It was
Did
one
you
or
do
the other.
did you do a watch party?
No, I think this is on the Facebook.
Oh, I'm not seeing that stream. I guess because I don't know. I'm not seeing everyone's comments. My stream's only showing, for some reason, only the Twitch, which is not what I want. I don't know. The Facebook comments aren't loading up. But you're watching it on Facebook?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, choose your own adventure.
Just pull it out.
We're gonna go light and fruity or bold and hoppy. Take your pick, Tyler.
Well, we just had bold and hoppy. I think you go fruity next.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
We got an Imprint beer.
Imprint, Pennsylvania.
It's a collaboration with Free Will. It's strawberry lemonade Rodferrer.
We have some can
Sounds
arts tonight,
delightful.
man. We have some can arts. I mean, right now I think this is my front runner. The cool guy with the little hot rod.
Now I don't know how this is gonna be. So this was
Did you bring this one?
I did bring this one. I had this one and.
So
Had
these
for a little
these
while.
beers tonight are, for the most part, these are beers.
Roaster?
I think 2 weeks ago we had a lineup where everyone brought some beers, and then we voted on the 5 beers that were going to make the show, and these were the ones that didn't make the lineup. But now we're just kind of putting them together and doing an episode with it, so we don't get behind on beers again.
Look at that color.
Looks like grapefruit juice.
It does.
Ben, as soon as Ben pulls it up here, we'll get a reading while he's doing that.
Okay, I got it up now. So, yeah, no, that's what she said. Ha 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 ha. So Strawberry Lemonade Rodferrer is an Imprint Brewing Company shandy, clocking in at 3.9% alcohol by volume, and they're from Hatfield, PA. They collaborate with Free Will at Percasey. It's light strawberry, lemony, fruity, and creamy. So I'm diving right into this.
God, you can you give us your first take on that. How do you pronounce that name again?
Rodferrer.
Rodfair. I would have fucked that up.
Yeah. This is like a literal cool down. I don't know how you.
Totally different than I thought it was gonna taste.
You're like looking. You're like, I'm gonna die, Ben. I'm like, what?
Probably gonna die.
I'm like, I'm like, either that or you're like,
I had one friend check this
I
in.
did not like it. Like,
You know what? I didn't really like the smell of it, but like I tasted it. It's pretty good.
How much does it actually taste like strawberry lemonade? I'm still drinking the other one.
It's a little bit that hint of it. It has that hint of it. This was definitely a good cool off. Like if you had like a triple
For
or something
sure.
like that, like you're getting slammed with those 10, 12, 15%, 3.9. That's gonna really level you off.
This is
big time.
3.9.
yeah.
3.9, yeah.
Yo, did you see
3.9.
real quick? Did you see on the Joe Rogan podcast? It's going to be number 1,521. He had Josh Dublin and some Jason guy on.
Yeah.
And during the episode, they were taking shots of Tattered Flag whiskey.
Oh yeah, I did see a picture of that. That's pretty wild.
That's awesome. Like that makes me excited for like our local beer area. Like, I mean, Joe Rogan's a big deal. If you make it somehow even just being talked about on Joe Rogan, it's a big deal for you. And Pennsylvania's Tattered Flag, they make great beers, and
And they have a distillery.
they just got some love from
That's
Joe
awesome.
Rogan. You know what I
That's
mean?
cool.
That's awesome. All right,
I figure, why
I
not?
pulled it up. So we have Derek Smarr in the chat, Dylan Edward in the chat, and Dave Gates. What's going on, Dave? We got to have Dave get back on soon. Play some music for us.
Yeah, he was definitely fun. How you doing, Dave?
Dave's an awesome dude. I'm pulling the Facebook up because I can't watch the thing.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. We're
All right,
doing
I'm
our
going-
thing here. I'm trying to keep it.
Did you give a score here?
I'm gonna give it a 4. It's light enough. Has a little bit of that raspberry, it's more lemonade, like a pink lemonade type of deal, to me at least. But this is like an easy drinker for me. I like certain easy drinkers.
Easy, man. This is super easy.
Yeah.
This is like drinking.
Yeah,
This
this
is
really
like
tastes
this is like
like beer.
hydrating you at this point.
Wow.
What?
It's unbelievable how little alcohol this tastes like. It literally tastes like strawberry lemonade. There's no hop. There's no beer flavor to me anyway.
Yeah.
Imprint's good with that, man. They make those smoogies and they make those. And this is more of a shandy, you said?
Yeah, this was a shandy. Yep. They call it like a shandy radler because what they would do with like a radler or
That's insane.
shandy, they would have a little bit of beer and they would fill it up with fruit juice, and that's how like you would differentiate from it. It was like a cooler of sorts.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys are watching this, hit the share button. Share it on your pages. Get some more eyes on us so we can help grow this. I think the Facebook page is getting close to like 2K. unfortunately, for some reason, it's streaming on interviews with everyday people and not banging beers. But it is what it is, man. I don't know what's going on. It's one of those technical difficulties. But hey, the interviews is up. That's getting close to 4K, so anything helps. Brian Russell, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream, watching us drink some beers. I'll tell you what, if you're not a beer drinker, right, and you're looking to go to a brewery, and maybe your lady's like, oh my God, like Imprint has food. Like if I went, or you have a girl who drinks, but maybe she drinks the White Claws, or she's more into like the Michelob's easy drinkers,
or like sugary.
I'm not trying to say
drinks.
this is a chick beer, but like this is a really like this is like up there with the White Claw. I think it drinks super easy. It doesn't have a beer taste because a lot of people don't like beer taste. And it literally tastes like strawberry lemonade. This is delicious. Like it's a really good tasting beer.
And it's especially with the collaboration of Free Will too, like that.
Are they also Pennsylvania?
They are Percasey. Yep.
Okay. Have we had Free Will on the show?
I think we might have had maybe one or two, but that's pretty much it. Free Will for me, I had a little bit of I was a little bit iffy towards them because like that was why I was getting really into the craft beer scene. They had this Blood and Guts sour one. I forget exactly what the flavors were, but it actually had like a chainsaw, like a bloody chainsaw, and it poured out like a blood red, like a red color. It looked really wild.
Austin said whenever he comes home, he's going to bring some more beers back from California.
That's going to be awesome.
So we'll have some California beers.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can announce it. I'll just kind of say, Austin, am I allowed? But Austin may have an opportunity to get his beers from a different location soon. I don't know what I can say or what I can't say, but
we can leave it.
I'm pretty. If he gives me the okay in the chat, I'll talk more about it. But I'm really.
We can leave it in the open.
I'm very excited about it, to be honest. Who's vibrating? Is that me or
that's you?
Was it me?
That's you.
No, I'm silent.
that was probably me.
You're vibrating. Turn that vibrate off. What are you doing over here?
Hey, what are you doing? Hey.
What are you scoring this, Tyler? If you had to give it on tap score,
this might be like another 3.75 for me.
I think this one would get. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I cut you off.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, 3.75.
3.75.
Yeah.
I went with a 4.25. I think this would get a bad rating because it's a low alcohol content. It's only like a 3 or a 4.
3.9.
I
was thinking about like
hovering
a 4,
under a 4.
It's very, very low alcohol content.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like you can just drink these all day. This is nice outdoor summer beer. Just a good time.
Break them out in the humidity, man.
I'm not scoring it.
I'm
not scoring it on how quick I can get hammered on it. I'm scoring about how good it tastes. I have the beer.
It tastes great. Yeah, it does taste great.
Yeah, I'm glad that you guys really like that one. So
yeah, that's good. That's a good one. That was a good beer. All right,
Yeah.
see anything else going on in the chat here?
I wasn't expecting that taste at first, but it's very good.
This one
very
is
easy to
called.
drink.
Help me out here.
strawberry lemonade Rod Fair.
Rod Fair. Yeah, I would have said something completely different. But this is from Infant Brewing Company and Free Will, both out of Pennsylvania. So this is something you can get in the area. If it's the only thing with craft beer, this is a collaboration, so this may not be readily available or something you can get a lot or more of. So this
Right.
might be one of those ones where if you don't get it now, it's probably gone type deals.
But if anything,
But you can't go wrong with anything Imprint makes.
Right, and also this also highlights what Free Will can actually do as well. So
Yeah.
even though you can't get this specific beer, we're gonna definitely two great places to go to.
All right, so I got the okay. So Austin is, I think, next year, early next year, sometime next year, or sometime in the near future, he's getting transferred. He's no longer going to be in California. He's going to be in Virginia.
Ooh.
Wow.
Which is not a bad drive to go see my brother.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
It's not a plane ride anymore. And the Virginia area means there's DC games there. There's some Virginia breweries, and it's like it would be nothing to go take a weekend trip, go to a hotel room, somewhere near his base, and meet him on a weekend and go hang out with my brother again. So that's pretty exciting.
Awesome.
The Veil,
So-
the Answer, those breweries are wow. And I even know a guy too that knows a few other places too, and Aslan too.
Yeah, so a lot of cool stuff in Virginia.
Good
and
stuff, yeah.
Austin can hook it up. We have a tap for Virginia. All right, now here's
I'll let you crack
this
that
was
one.
this was one of Andy's beers here. But this is right now I think New Trail is probably they're getting a lot of flack because they make the same style of beer over and over and over again. But I think when it comes to their style, they do it very well. New Trail's probably the top of that mountain right now when it comes to IPAs. They're like the king IPA. And today's National Beer Day, isn't it? Or National IPA Day or something. It's a National Beer Day or something like
Yeah,
that.
I thought it was yesterday,
International
but if it is
Beer
that-
Day.
International Beer Day.
Okay, so it's today.
Let's do it.
So
Yeah.
what more of a reason, right? But this guy's New Trail out of Pennsylvania are pretty much sought after as like the top of the mountain right now when it comes to IPAs. They make a lot of haze. They're very big with the hazy doubles, the hazy singles. Like they're a hazy IPA farm factory. You know what I mean? Like they push them out. And we did do an episode where we had 4 or 5 of their different hazy IPAs, thinking if they just change the label, you know what I mean? Because it's easy just to be like, because they have a style, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But every single one we had was completely different, like a completely different flavor profile, the whole 9.
Yeah, and not only it was with Tony and I, but we also had Andy Hedder here, and he's not the one that
Andy
drinks
Hedder
beer.
hates beer, hates it. So he absolutely can't stand beer. So he even said, I didn't like the beers, but I'm not a beer drinker. But they all did taste different. So all right, this is the double Broken Heels by New Trail. So this is something they do, Broken Heel, which Broken Heel is a fantastic beer, and this is the double version of it, so it's a little stronger.
So this is an Imperial Double New England style IPA, clocking in at 9.2% alcohol by volume. As Tony said, they're from it's New Trail. Double Broken Heels is our hazy IPA. Broken Heels with more malt and hops to make it a hazy double IPA, brewed with oats and hopped with a mix of our favorite American hops, including Citra and Mosaic. Expect the same Broken Heels you know and love, but more.
First time I had this was at the Compass Rose in Frackville. We went up there for karaoke night one time after a podcast. So we were already kind of tuned up.
Yeah.
And then we walked up the street to Compass Rose, and I'm like, what's on tap? And Ange was working, and she's like, yo, you should try, because Ange knows her craft beer. And she's like, you should try I think it was just Broken Heel that night, or it might have been a double. I don't remember. But it was one of the Broken Heels. And Ange is like, here. And she poured it, and I drank it, and I was like, holy shit. And then like 4 or 5 more went down, and I was crushed.
We must have had this when it was me, you, and your dad. And somebody else, too, yeah.
Well, there was a time that we
That was
all
back in December of 2019.
We all went to Compass Rose, and they had it on tap one night. They did have the Broken Heel, and they had the double Broken Heel.
Yeah, we had the double Broken Heel probably on the show.
Yeah.
December 27th it was.
Mm-hmm. So this checks in at a 9.2. So you have a couple of these, you're gonna be Billy Trade. Billy Trade. That's our new term. Is when you get really drunk, you get Billy Trade.
Damn right.
Trademark Bangin Beers podcast. Ricky Bobby Inc.
This tastes, exactly like I had. It's
still super creamy.
That's just a solid beer. New England style 9.2 hazy IPA. That's just a solid beer. You can't go wrong with the double Broken Heels. If you had to get a 4-pack for like $16, that's a perfect $16 well spent.
Oh yeah.
And you will feel it. Trust me.
Yes.
My score's not changing. This is already scored on for me. This is a 4.75.
I'll still keep mine at 4.25.
Yeah, this is my type of beer right here. This is everything I love about the beer world.
I got this one out of 4.
And it's definitely
very good.
I think your mom's watching.
I got this.
Yeah, I think your mom's watching.
watch
It just popped up, said, who's watching with you? So I'm watching the comments.
Oh boy.
What is it from Anchorman? Dorothy Mantooth's a saint. You don't talk about my mother.
That's very
Your
good.
parents are fantastic, by the way.
They're cool.
I love your parents. I love your whole
great.
family. Your
They're
whole
great.
family's just dope, man. I like your
Thank
family
you.
a lot.
They're great.
It shows you come from good people.
Well, thank you.
Oh, also, this is nothing to do with the podcast, but you know how you have the Rudy Pop? If you go on Amazon, there is a leprechaun.
Is there?
They make the actual fighting
kidding.
fighting Irish leprechaun.
I have to look that one up.
Yeah, that's something that no one's ever like. Why would he even bring that up? But it's something that me and Tyler were talking about one day, and it just popped in my brain, my beer brain.
I just got a Bill Lumberg one from Office Space.
Nice.
Oh,
So
okay.
all I need is Milton, and then I have like all the Office Space ones.
Nice.
Might be a little harder
I
to
have
find
some
on
pop
there.
collections still, but all my pops I sold to start this podcast. So I sold almost my entire collection. Yeah.
Damn.
But let me ask you the serious question. Was it worth it?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, that just got me started. I still dropped a lot more money.
But still, though.
Because I made an awesome mistake when I first started the show, that I bought all the wrong equipment that I thought I needed, and I got like the wrong mics, the wrong type of mixing board. Yeah, so it is what it is.
Hey, you didn't know. You know what I mean? At that time, hey, you're going off with. You're going blind. You're going blind, man.
Yeah. We're gonna go blind if we keep drinking the Broken Double Heel. If you're in the chat,
See, I acquired more of a taste for like these kinds of beers now.
oh, you're getting better with the hops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you're in the chat, let us know some of your favorite breweries, what you're drinking. Maybe if you're drinking something right now, let us know what you're sipping on, and let's talk. We'll say if we ever had it, we'll talk about it. If not, we can look for it. Another thing too, especially even if you're not local. I mean, local helps, but if not, tag your favorite distributor.
Yeah.
Where do you guys pick up your beers? Where do you get your beers from? We have a few of them. We have the Beer Shack. We have the Keg Stand. We have the Craft House in Minersville. So there's a few different ones in our area that we tap into every now and then. But I'm curious to know where you guys get your beer. Where are some of your favorites? Some of your favorite breweries in the area. So let's get the comment section going a little bit. We're trying to slow down this week. In the last couple episodes, we flew through like 6 beers in like 45 minutes. So we're trying to interact.
We're really
with you.
trying here.
We don't have the full table tonight, so we're trying
We're not
to really
going
interact.
full blast. We're definitely not going full blast.
We're not going to hammer these beers and just kind of go really quick here. But
well, besides the distributors, I would say another one that's like fairly local would be Windsor Beer Distributor in Hamburg.
Okay.
So,
okay.
You know what you have where it's right across from like the it's like where the Arby's is. You have to go the other way around.
Yeah.
To get there. They have a good variety of stuff, and they do home brew and all that other stuff.
What's
too.
the place in Bresky's?
Bresky's, yep, Bresky's and
Shangy's. I've never been to Shangy's, but everyone talks about.
Shangy's, we should go there one weekend.
Yeah.
That's a cool place too. They actually make some beer slushies, and they have a whole like tap system and everything else.
Oh, cool. Cody Hauser says Tyler Smarr, sweet mustache.
Yeah.
You're stealing the show tonight, man.
I know.
You're stealing the show. I love it.
I just love the comment. Thank you, Cody.
Yeah.
Free mustache ride.
Old Forge in Bloomsburg. Distributor is at the brewery. Oh no, that's the distributor, the Old Forge.
Old Forge. Now wait.
Yeah. So there is a distributor in Bloomsburg. I don't know.
I know
what it's
there's
called,
another.
though.
No, there's like a beer mart in Bloomsburg too.
Beer mart, yeah.
That's like closer to Marley's then as well.
Yeah.
They actually have some decent stuff, and you actually can buy individual stuff, which is really nice now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're still new to the Facebook, and we have maybe some new viewers for the first time to comment. So if it's your first time, let us know. But we got the opportunity to record a lot of cool places before everything went crazy. We had our first bar experience. We did Striker's Pub a couple times, which was a blast.
Yeah.
Love to go back there. They're if we could do an outdoor seating.
Great beers there.
I mean, they know what they're doing. They do a great job there. We got to go to Mellow Mink. We got to go to Harris Family Brewing Company, who literally just made the first stout I've ever checked in and made it a 5. And
literally from the ground up, literally like the very start, very bare bones.
It's gonna be cool to see them progress and be like, man, we were in there when it was just a building with a bird flying through it.
Can you imagine them having another bird in there? And be like, God damn it!
He came back.
He came back.
And then we were at having a brain fart. Oh, Liquid Noise. How can I forget Liquid Noise, man? Man, they took care of us.
Talk about hospitable, man.
We walked into Liquid Noise and we're like, all right, because we walk in expecting to pay for everything. We don't want anything for free. You know what I mean? So we're like, we'll just do like a flight. We'll each pick 4, and they're like, oh no. If you're here, you're trying all of our beers.
They're like, what?
And they literally, we would finish a flight, and then another one would come. I'm like, how many fucking beers?
Awesome.
They're like, how long you been open?
Dudes.
And they're like 6 months, right?
No, 9.
No, weeks.
It's 9 weeks.
9 weeks. They're like,
9 weeks.
We've been open 9 weeks. I'm like, how many beers you have? You keep bringing more flights. They're like
15 or 16
we had
beers.
15 beers on tap, and then they have 3 bottles for us. And I'm like, I'm sleeping over.
And they fed us too, which was
that
was awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
That's sweet.
Realistically, I mean, Harris. Keep an eye out for Harris. They're doing great things. Follow them on Facebook. Mellow Mink makes really good sours. Really classy place.
I would love
Liquid Noise, man. They are awesome people.
I would love to see Harris collaborate with the breweries that we actually did do podcasts with. That'd be pretty
What do
wild.
you
Like have a collaboration with Mel Mink and have their hand at a sour
Oh,
to
yeah.
work with it,
Yeah.
and Liquid Noise to do like
Honestly,
other stuff.
man,
Yeah,
like,
that'd be pretty wild.
Kind of meeting the brewers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're all very good. If you brew beer and you're at a level where you're making it at that level, you're
Yeah.
good at what you do, right?
Yeah.
So it would be really interesting to see like a Mellow Mink Liquid Noise collaboration. We said there, like, you're like Mellow Mink, you're right down the road from Evergreen. Like, Evergreen makes fantastic beers, and then they made the peach one, and it was great. The
Yep,
peach, yeah, the
Mink
Mink
Fuzz.
Fuzz. And then not to cut anyone else short here. I mean, the first brewery we actually sat down with, but we didn't hang out with their facility, was the Bud Washes with Pilgaroo.
Mhm.
And the only problem is our microphones were dog shit, and that whole episode is never heard of. You can't hear it because it was just so bad.
Oh, you heard?
It was just humming, and we were sitting with people talking like we heard their whole conversation about how they're
It's like,
their
son of a
their
bitch.
nana.
Yeah.
But Pilgaroo Brewing Company, man, they make fantastic beers. We just had their chocolate, and actually that stout I checked in too. Their peanut butter chocolate stout I checked
Peanut
in.
butter, banana, chocolate stout.
That was a really good
I
one
still
as well.
have that I still have a bottle of it in my fridge, on the door of my fridge.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you think it holds up still?
It should hold up.
We should bring that with us.
Next
weekend.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, we should bring that next weekend.
I was thinking about bringing the dandelion wine with the blood oranges then too for Uncle Dan.
You guys can
Oh,
enjoy that.
yeah,
That could be a
yeah.
post show.
Yeah, I
fucking
know,
make you
I
guys
know.
go blind.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
And
cut me a break.
And then Black Rock Brewing Company opened in Pottsville. Have you tried their stuff yet?
No, I haven't.
On the way up there, me and Ben were driving, and he kind of peeked at the menu on the way up, and he's like, "Yo, they made a blonde ale,
Mhm.
and they made a
light lager.
light lager."
Wow.
And I was like, "Terrible idea." I was like
Yeah.
armchair quarterbacking. I was like, "Terrible idea." I'm like, "Why would you make the two most popular Yinglings right now and make clones if you're right down the road from them?" And I was like, "That's a horrible idea." And then I went, and the first beer I got was the blonde ale, and I drank it, and I was like, "What does this check in at?" And they're like, "This is like a 7." It's like a blonde ale, but it checks in. It's a strong blonde ale,
Is
but
it?
it does not
No
drink like a
kidding.
strong one. And we were we drank it, and we looked at each other, and we're like, "Oh fuck." Like, this is a party
This is
beer.
dangerous. Oh yeah.
That's
cool.
And then we had the light lantern, and it was
I
like,
like that one.
and it
too.
was like, that's refreshing, like that, and that was still like a 4 or a 5, like it
That
clocked
had
it
to
right.
be like a 5. It was that was a decent light lager.
So
That was
they
great.
literally just shoved it down our throats. Like, oh, you think we're just making like
Yeah.
they make beers? They made great introduction beers for maybe a town that's not used to the craft beer scene
Yes.
yet, and a good introduction beer with doing an ale and a light lager, but not doing it anything like Yingling, and put out an amazing product.
And they're
That's
pairing up with
awesome.
that other brewery. I'm
Awesome.
trying to think it was something Gate. I'm trying to think. They did it with Harrisburg, like a Harrisburg brewery. Then two on
Oh yeah,
like collaborating with
I always want to say Springhouse, but it's not. It's like Springgate.
Springgate. You're right.
They had
There
good
we
beers
go.
too. They were really
Yeah,
good.
I had them. They were
The
pretty.
the hazy
decent.
one.
They were good introductory ones too. It's like that was a solid. That lineup was a solid introductory beer. Like if you're like, yo, I want to just let you try some craft beer out. I'm gonna take you to Black Rock. That was the place to go to. Seriously.
Oh yeah, Brian, that's a great call too. When I said distributors, we're used to like walking into a big place and they have like a whole freezer full of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you want to go to like, for being just a smaller scale, like a court store, the courthouse in Frackville is fantastic too.
Yes.
We've said it before on this show, and we'll say it over and over and over again. I honestly think when it comes to a craft beer town, I think Frackville has it down better than anybody.
I think they really do too.
The court store, you walk in there, he has a whole dedication to craft beer. The selection may not always be there, but because it does go quick, because people snatch it up. You can go to Black Diamond, and they have a whole they have a whole
They have
case
great-
full of
they have a great collection.
and they usually have at least 2 or 3 on tap.
Yeah.
They kill it with the craft beer game. Compass Rose that we just talked about usually has a fridge full of craft beer, as well as
Jimmy O's.
1 or 2 on tap. Jimmy O's, which now ends is full time taking over, she turned that into more craft beer. So Jimmy O's is killing it, and then Romans has a nice little craft beer selection. So I mean, I honestly think Frackville right now, when it comes to like a town, there's only one bar in town that doesn't have craft beer. And that's fine. Like there's nothing like they still do a great job as a bar.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the craft beer scene, there's three or four heavy hitters in our town, plus the courthouse, where I think Frackville kills it, man.
Yeah.
They kill it in the craft beer
That's
scene.
cool.
And all those places you can go and buy the beer and take it out too. So if you don't like, if you said, hey, Compass Rose has Broken Heel in cans, you go in there, buy a 4-pack, and head out. And they just, like I said, Frackville's killing it in the craft beer scene.
Oh, definitely they are. Making it more accessible, definitely.
And a lot of that could be attributed to the Brewfest. I mean, the Brewfest started in Frackville. School County Brewfest was in Frackville. It moved to Pottsville, but I mean, like, it made Frackville a better beer town because of it.
It did, for real, yeah. I can't wait for where Harry's Kawasaki, like the motorsports. I'm waiting for that to be something.
I don't know if that's officially out yet of what that's going to be, so we can't really talk about it. Just in case. I don't want to. If they're not going to unveil it, I don't want to be those guys.
Yeah.
Because like if we hear inside information, I don't want to be known as the guys that you can't tell anything or they're going to run put on their show.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we've already probably said too much saying that it's going to be something alcohol related, possibly going there, and that's just all we're going to say.
Yeah.
Just
I just because when I would typically go to my parents, like I drive by there like twice, and I'm like, wow, they're really working it out, man. They're really trying to work something out.
It's in walking distance for me, so I'm excited for it. So yeah,
I can't wait. I really can't wait. It's gonna be nice seeing Frackville doing something,
getting some
stuff
business.
Like that. Yeah, definitely.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped for it. All right, let's get this next beer
So,
going.
gentlemen, we'll get the next beer going.
Virgin Beer Company has been my go-to lately with their Stars Align Fantastic Hazy IPA. And then all we have in the other chat is the Courthouse. So, yeah, if you guys have more beers you want to talk about, put them in the chat. We'll talk about it quick. Oh, man. Look at the beer burst real bad. Oh, we have a stout coming. Let's see.
It's going to be Bark Eater Chocolate Cherry.
So this is going to taste like absolute coffee for me.
So Northway Bark Eater Chocolate Cherry Stout is going to be a milk sweet stout clocking in at 6% alcohol by volume. Chocolatey milk stout. And this is in Queensbury, New York. So
I think my dad brought this one too. What's this one called again? Sorry.
Hang on.
It's got a good color to it.
This is Northway Bark Eater. I'll check you in on that. I'll tag you in it. One check-in at 3.75. Everyone with 318 check-ins at 3.74. So this might be
chocolate cherry stout.
Yep, chocolate cherry stout. Okay.
Well, let's see if my taste buds have acclimated to stouts.
I don't know.
I'm thinking the fact that you gave a stout a 5.
And another one like a 4.
Well, here's the thing:
Yeah.
when you go for the cherry or the the chocolate.
Yeah.
See, I think for me, the other one had more of a pastry stout, which I think pastry stouts are more my wheelhouse.
That rocked me diabetes. Yeah.
Banana, I think banana takes out the roast flavor for me. And then the only other kind of stouts that I can kind of lean towards when they're bourbon barrel aged because it's so boozy, it gets rid of the coffee taste. Like I hate the taste of coffee. So we'll see how this goes.
But that rocked me diabetes when we had that. That was like liquid velvet, like that stout. Like it was that crazy. Like,
I know. I want to try that one. Now.
It was like a bourbon. It was like that bourbon barrel with the vanilla, the maple syrup, and
But
the
it wasn't
cinnamon.
over boozy
But
either.
it wasn't overpowering on everything. It hit everything on one shot.
Yeah. And here's the thing too. A lot of people say like, "Oh, I don't like IPAs." When I first started drinking craft beers, I didn't either, and now they're like my favorite style. So it takes some time to kind of acclimate your palate to these beers. You know what I mean? It takes some time to kind of get you going. But let's see how we go here.
I taste a lot of the cherry, and like when you drink it more, you taste more of the sweetness of the cherry. Uh-oh.
I'm going to be honest. I do get cherry. I am getting a little more of the chocolate. Like I think my palate is getting there. I'm being honest.
No,
But-
good.
I just got a lot of the cherry.
Yeah. The cherry is very upfront, but that taste that's kind of hanging out is roasty coffee.
Yeah. No, you're getting a lot. Really are. You're coming a long way with it.
I just don't think it's not
For real.
I think what it's coming down to, it's not grossing me out as much as it used to.
Yeah.
You know what to expect.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how you were with sours, but this is a tougher freaking bug to scrape.
I'll tell you what, there was a point where one mouthful of a stout would literally, I'd be like, if I take one more mouthful,
nope.
I'm gonna throw
Like
up.
nope.
I'll puke. I'll 100% puke because it tastes like old coffee. It just grossed me out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm getting a little. I think my palate's coming around. It's still like I still like the aftertaste is very coffee to me. It's very roasty.
I think the fact that when we had that last episode, I think we got you on 2 really great stouts overall, and that porter then too. I think that's what's slowly getting you into the turnaround, which is really nice.
All right, so
You gotta have some good stuff,
Yeah,
you know.
I do taste the chocolate in this one, but like the cherry is very like pronounced in it.
Yeah, the cherry really is coming out of this.
I hope I'm not being a dick when I do this. I am gonna score it, but I think I was gonna score it a 2.75.
Mm-hmm.
But I think because I feel like a 2.75 with my palate may not be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Now I checked my dad's score. He gave this a 3.75. So he had it.
Okay.
He had it not super high, but he had it almost climbing up there as like a really good stout for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be on. I probably can drink more of this than before. But I still. It's not for me. It's still kind of that roasty taste isn't my thing.
Yeah.
But I do get a lot of the cherry up front. So for that, I'll give it a 3. I'll check this in with a 3.
No, that's
That's
actually
progression.
That's pretty good. That's really good for you, actually. For real.
I feel like as a kid who just learned how to tie his shoes and bends his leg. You're doing it. You're getting it, bud.
I'm giving this one like a 3.5.
Hey, cut it out. I couldn't tie
Very
my
good.
shoes until 4th grade.
I believe it.
Hey,
Wait, what?
And he just stopped pissing the bed like a week ago. The guy's
No,
on
come
fire.
on,
The guy's
come
on fire.
come on.
Yeah, I'm giving this one a 3.5.
I actually had.
I do like it. It's not as like thick as like normal like. sour
No,
milk
it
thing.
isn't.
It is a
It's not
thin
like
stout.
motor oil. It's a little. It's a
Yeah.
lot. It's a smoother drink.
Yeah, I mean, if you definitely having this chilled in the summertime, like the psychopaths that we are drinking it over in the summertime, I would definitely say it's a solid 3.5 for me. I like really the taste of the cherries in this.
Yeah.
It's not blowing my socks off, but at the same time, though, it's definitely you can taste.
You can taste cherries.
Yeah,
Which
definitely.
is huge for me.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what another one was? A stout that I actually checked in pretty high. The chocolate covered strawberries from Rotunda.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I actually
yeah
enjoyed
that
that one.
one.
Yeah.
And then like when we were giving you other stouts, you're like, bleh. Like
Yeah.
you're like a little kid like chewing on something like, bleh.
It's like,
And
no,
just spitting your mouth.
I don't want
like,
that
I don't
anymore.
like that.
don't want that anymore.
Like what the hell?
It's easy to taste the chocolate in these stouts though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you score this one, Tyler? There's
Yeah,
still more.
3.
What'd you get?
I give this one a 3.5.
There's still more in that can if anybody wants some.
Like I said, like we said earlier, we're taking a little bit of a slow burn. So
We are, but we are still pretty going quick. We're going pretty quick here.
47 minutes. What?
trying to interact with the chat here. You got seven people watching. Type to us. Let us know you're here. Give us, even if you just give us a hi. You don't have to have a full conversation. Just give us a hey, what's up, guys? Let's watching the stream. We like it. It would really be helpful if you hit that share button. Share it to people. I know it is sharing it to interviews at Everyday People. I don't know why it's doing that, but you can go over and follow Bangin Beers podcast.
That's true. Brian said in the chat, he said Sisters outside of Tamaqua on the way to Coaldale has the largest selection of craft beers. They do have a very good variety of craft beers.
See, I'm not
there.
seeing that chat.
They have like a whole wall of it.
And where is this located?
It's like right outside of Tamaqua.
Okay.
When you're going, 209 like towards Coaldale.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like right on the left-hand side there.
I'll tell you what.
Very good.
I'm very impressed with Revere. We had Revere on last episode.
I haven't had that yet.
And from what the guy said, man, they have a big selection. Like they have a lot on tap. There's like what 12 he said.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If you want to check out a really good porter, their vanilla porter. We have it, the Coal Digger. I think that's a home run, man. If you were a fan of the Hershey's Yingling chocolate, go to Revere Brewing Company in Tamaqua and try their Coal Digger. I think it's
Yeah,
on
I'm
par
definitely
with
gonna
it.
try their vanilla porter. I like vanilla porters in general.
I
that
like
one-
the vanilla porter 10 times more than I like the Hershey chocolate Yingling.
Really.
Yes, I thought it was a good beer.
And we even suggested the idea of a cold breaker with vanilla and chocolate porter.
Yeah,
So
like a variant. Yeah.
yeah.
I
That'd
gotta
be
go
pretty
there.
wild.
I don't know why I haven't been there yet. Like I live. Like,
what a
right there.
What a town, Tamaqua. Way to bring in some craft beer. 2 breweries there and a craft beer
Yeah.
place. What the hell?
Yeah.
Because it's like on the border, like with Allen. Like if you go to Allentown, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. You know what I mean? So
and
why
there's two
not
there.
the Lehigh Valley?
There's Revere and there's
Mhm.
Stokes.
Stokers.
Yeah,
Stokers.
well, that's what I mean. 2 breweries,
Yeah.
yeah, and the craft beer place, yeah.
All right, let's get that next can out.
All right.
I can't believe I just drank like 2 glasses of that.
But like the beer selection, like in most of like the
You're cracking
Tamaqua
that
bars,
bad boy open.
isn't like Frackville at all. I don't think.
No.
Well, don't forget, it's closer to the Lehigh Valley. There's a lot of accessibility. Like, if they really wanted to, like some of the craft beer places, they could try and pull some of like Lost Tavern or Saucony Creek or anything like that. You know.
Well, Debbie just hit the wall. Knew she had it all. 1 Prozac a day. Husband's a CPA. Her dreams went out the door when she turned 24. This is New Belgium's 1985. This beer was donated to the show by Billy Trey. Billy Trey brought
dude.
this. Billy Trey, he got so drunk he forgot he brought this beer. No, he brought this and he said, it didn't make the list, but he said he wanted us to do it on the show. He wanted to know what we thought of it. I believe this is a mango IPA, if I'm not mistaken.
So this is a New England IPA.
It looks light.
It's super
I
light.
knew-
Very clear.
A New England IPA, clocking at 6.7 ABV from New Belgium. It is a macro brewery in Fort Collins, Colorado. Like totally loaded with juicy mango flavor. 1985 takes you back to the future of hazy IPAs. Buckle up. Citra, Simcoe,
Yeah,
Cascade
because
hops.
1985, I'm sure hazy IPAs were taking over the scene. Sitcoms, game shows on the radio. That sounds like a good Bad Maggie
Oh,
song.
there's it's the beverage I think it's the beverage station.
What's that?
That's in Bloomsburg. That's the craft beer distributor.
Okay. Good can art in this one, too. New Belgium always has that cool little skeleton dude.
I always liked New Belgium stuff because they always were progressive. Like, even though they're a macro brewery, they actually came up
You say
with
macro?
Yeah, it is a macro brewery.
Not micro?
No, it's macro. Not kidding you.
I always said
Read it. Macro.
I don't know what I'm reading.
Right here.
Oh, yeah, macro. Good call. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're a real big fucking hipster craft beer guy. I just drink them.
Hey, I fucking read, Tony. No, but anyhow, no. They actually make some decent stuff. They make some like their bottle aged stuff, and they did like a bourbon barrel or bottle aged series of stuff, and it is pretty killer for how big they are.
Yeah.
And they're like one of the very few. They actually had distributing in Pennsylvania then too. It was like Colorado, and it's like, oh, do you want New Belgium to come around PA? We're gonna set something up here, and lo and behold, we have New Belgium. It's off the rails ever
There was
since.
also YouTube, Blondie, and music still on MTV.
yeah,
Yeah, and her 2 kids in high school tell her that she's way on cool.
yeah.
But
I
she's
know.
still preoccupied.
With
1985.
The beer.
That's different.
Okay,
That's different.
slightly. Yeah.
so light.
That mango really.
It just punches
Comes
you,
up,
punches you in the back of the neck.
Yeah, the mango hits you later. Oh yeah.
It's hanging out there. How does it just generalize? Like, is it like way back here for you guys? Like, you know how like you get the taste on the tip of your tongue? It's way back there.
Like right there.
Yeah, that's strange. Strange.
I like that.
All right. While I take another drink of it, while you guys take another drink of
Sure.
this, another shameless plug I want to put out there.
You go right ahead.
Because I did share this stream on their page, and it would be shitty of me not to give them some love. But
Yeah, it would be
another
shitty,
another
Tony.
page I think you guys should really check out as a group page. They do a beer show in WYLN in Hazleton, and they also put it on Facebook. Is Wine Hops and Road Stops. Really cool dudes. A really cool dude and his wife do a good beer review show. And they it's a lot more production than us. They have like cuts and cool camera things. We're just fucking put a camera like in the corner and just talk.
We're a bunch of goofballs.
Yeah, there's no production here. But Jeff does a great job. Him and his wife do a great job on the show with the filming and the edits, and they work really hard on it. So if you head over to the Facebook, I don't know how to find it on the group chat, but if you just type in Wines, Hops, and Road Stops on Facebook, you'll find them. We had an opportunity to do a little plug for them, and they aired on their show, but it airs on WYLN in Hazleton, and they air it all on Facebook as well, and they do a great job.
Would love to do a show with them.
Yeah, hopefully. He said, well, season 5 is coming up. What would you guys like? And I said, a Bangin Beers collaboration. And he gave it a thumbs up. So if that's anything, we might.
I would definitely be.
We'd have to bring a different version of Bangin Beers to WYLN though.
The G-rated.
We would have to go like Sesame Street version.
Put it this way: I had a very religious friend back in the day, from high school.
Me too. Tim Mingle. He was just here the other day.
Well, besides Tim Mingle, there was, like if you stepped into a church with this guy, like. If you had any sin, you're burning the church. That's how.
I am a devil. I don't know if you've seen my new logo.
Yeah, I know. I know. But no, seriously though, I toned it down quite a bit. You know what I mean? So, I have a Switch.
Listen, you're saying that's the thing. I know a lot of people are like, man, you guys just go for it. We do. We say stuff. We curse. We try to be as genuine and real as possible. But if need be, we know how to how to keep it together.
We conduct the professionalism.
Yeah, like
this is just us in normal life, but we can actually conduct.
Yeah, like I used to coach kids soccer. I wasn't just like, hey, you little fucks. You know what I mean? Like I understand why we don't have sponsors. You know what I mean? Like why no one sponsors any of the shows on these podcasts. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. It would be great, but if anybody wants a sponsor, let me know.
It would be a huge dice roll at this point.
Yeah, because you don't
you never know.
It used to be a huge dice roll. I think I've cleaned some stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cleaned some stuff up.
Yeah, we definitely did. We're not.
And if you did sponsor, you see like these two little corners are up there or up there, I would put your logo and I would say sponsored by. So if it's something you think about, if you're someone who is a business
pointing
owner, just point all over the goddamn place. Ben, what do you think of this 1985?
You know what? This is a nice cool-off beer. I'm not gonna lie. I would actually buy like a 12-pack of this and just have it in my fridge and be like, to anybody that wanted to get into craft beer, you know what? I will give that a good introductory beer rating of 3.75.
I think that's a fair,
because that is just solid. It's very light.
Yeah, it's very light.
It's not hoppy.
I'm even surprised that it's a 6.7.
Is it really?
Yeah, that kind
Holy
of
shit.
I can't believe that because it's very light and it's easy to drink.
And not only that, it has a little bit of fruit flavor. If some person likes a little bit of fruit flavor in their beer,
definitely got a mango.
Right to that point.
The first taste was awkward. It was like, am I into this? Am I liking this? And then you keep kind of going back to it, and it gets really good.
It's a very light mango.
It's light,
beer.
clean. Yeah,
I'm with you.
Beer.
I think this is a 3.75 all day long. All day long. Now, that being said, without going back and looking at your own tap scores and see which one got your higher vote, we're going to do Beer of the Night. Beer of the Night, ladies and gentlemen, we each get a vote. Here's how it works. We each get a vote. We move the cans forward one spot, and once you make your vote, you cannot vote for that beer again. So a beer that could have been your Beer of the Night could easily not be ranked at all. Tyler, you are the guest,
boy.
so you can go first. What would be your Beer of the Night?
I know you're probably gonna say this one, but I did like the Little Juice.
The Little Juice?
Yeah, I'm
The
gonna give that one a
hoppy
vote.
lager.
Yeah, because I never really had like a hoppy lager before, so I enjoyed that one. While
Ben's contemplating,
you definitely.
pick
yours.
I'm not gonna pick. I'm gonna let you think. I'm just gonna talk while you're doing it. But now I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit.
Okay. Wow. That's
Yeah.
surprising.
Interesting.
You know what? It's gonna be a tie between the Voodoo Ranger and the Double Broken Heels.
There's no
but I gotta
tie.
go with the Double Broken Heels.
It's hard to go against that. I think that's gonna be the Beer of the Night right there. So
Yeah.
that's my number one beer.
It's
of the
probably
night.
gonna be.
I don't mean to be that guy, but
It's a hard beat beer. I mean,
I'm
for
like-
being a 9, it's a double, it's a dippa. I mean, but we're in a wheelhouse where these beers are, the stronger beers are up our alley.
It's just a good overall flavor. Realistically, it is.
This lineup, I know we say this a lot, but this is a good lineup. There's really nothing on this lineup that I didn't hate.
And Tony's going for a third.
I'm just trying to get rid of the beers at this point.
I'm like, whoa, did Tony just do that?
Like what? No, like seriously though, like when we try and mix it up, like you got a Radler, you got a hoppy lager, a milk stout, a light IPA, and a double IPA. I mean, like that's variety. Like there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? And like with the last show, it was like a lager. No, what? No, it was a porter. It was a wheat ale. Then we had a bourbon barrel stout.
What are you talking about right now?
No, like last show, like the
Oh,
variety is like the reason why we
We'll
say.
go watch last show. Real quick in the chat, Dave Cope said, "Ben, I'll save you some craft beers from Alaska." That would be awesome.
Oh, Dave, hey buddy, how you doing?
Alaska, we never had a beer from Alaska.
Yeah, he's like hey, he's a guy from Schuylkill County. He moved out of Schuylkill County, was in Texas, and then he went to Alaska.
Cool, man. Thank you for following. Another quick thing I want to plug real fast. If you guys head over to we have a group page we just made. So there's a like page for Bangin' Beers and a group page.
Yeah.
The group page is literally open for anyone. If Dave, you're still in here, that could be a place for you to go live with your music. I encourage that. Go live, play some music for the page. If you're a brewery, share your information on there. If you guys are out and about, hit the live button. If you're not out and about, say you go to the store and you're like, hey, I'm here. You know, I'm gonna go live real quick and see if anyone wants to jump in and give a quick which beer should I buy, or you want to do your beer review of your own. That group page is made for you guys to be interactive and enjoy yourselves and make that page your own. So if you're really into the show, you like what we're doing here, go over and join the group page, and you guys can make it your own. Join the page. You know, give your own beer reviews. Maybe take some cool beer photos.
Yeah, just take a picture of like the beer you're drinking.
Yeah, just give a cool review. Put your own tap names on there so we can all follow each other. But the like page is more like, hey, this is all what we think of things, and if you can comment and then kind of tell your opinion. But you may find something that we didn't find on the internet that may be cool beer news or maybe something else.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to do that on a like page. And the group page is more like you can be more interactive and make it your own.
Yeah,
so
and it could be a beer that ends up like on your show.
Absolutely, yeah.
Or even do like a little shoot, be like, hey Tony, I know you don't like stouts, but I think I might have found a stout for you, and we might have it on the show for Tony to try. Or like, hey Ben, did you take a look at this beer, and I will talk to you for like 45 comments all about it. So
yeah. Just don't do the videos like Ben used to, where he's like,
oh, cut it out.
it'd be up his nose like the Blair Witch, up his nose like the Blair. He'd be like, hey guys, this is Ben. I'm here at the brewery. I'm just gonna. And then this is his beer review. 1 second.
Cut it out. Hey, I got much better at that.
You could chew that. It's pretty good. See you later. And he just had like no description of what he just be like, it's pretty good. See you later. Bangin' Beers podcast. We're out. And just I'd be like, tell us what you said.
You live and learn.
That was very early in the very early in the podcast. Ben would be like, it's like midnight. It's like fucking 4 a.m. It's dark as shit. It's just Ben walking down an alley and his shadow is there. And he's just like, this is Ben. I'm here at the beer line. Look at all these chairs. See you later. And he'd end the stream. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? It's good to laugh at the past. All right.
No, because people want to know what an actual beer line or like waiting for a release actually is.
Yeah,
and
but
that's
you gave no description. You're just like, hey, there's a chair. See you later.
Cut it the fuck out. Hey, I'm not like that at all.
All right.
Oh my god.
I'll start the second round here for beer number 2 of the night. I'm kind of torn here, but I think I'm gonna go 1985.
That was good.
Yeah, that's gonna be mine too.
I was picking between either that or even this right here.
I was torn, but I
think that's up there.
I was really into the 1985, but Ben's also going with it, so that's gonna automatically be number 2. And then number 3 of the night, we'll go first with you, Ben.
I would have to go with the Rod Fair.
I would agree with that. Yeah, and that's number 3. So number 1 beer of the night is going to be New Trail Broken Heels, double IPA. Number 2 is going to be New Belgium 1985. And then number 3 is going to be the Rod Farah Strawberry Lemonade by Imprint and Free Will.
Free Will, yep.
All right, can art of the night. I'll turn him so you can see him. Oh, the beer hiccup so bad. What do you think?
1985 is pretty cool. Just like the overall design, just looks like.
I'm torn between Little Juice Coupe.
This one, this one here. I don't know if that would really shows it, but that's really cool.
It's like a rack thing.
Here's how I pick a beer label. What would I wear on a shirt?
That's true.
So if I had to go, what would I wear on a shirt? I would go 1985. That's my vote.
Yeah, that would be a tough. I would go with either Lil Coop or that, but like you're saying,
1980.
I
Yeah,
like to have
these are
a
the
yellow
top two.
shirt. Yellow shirt with this. Oh my god.
So you're voting for that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the. Yeah,
That'd be
that's
so
definitely
easy to
one.
do.
This is trees.
Yeah.
Usually,
That's the beer of the night,
Meh.
but it's
Yeah.
trees.
So Canada of the Night's gonna be Billy Trey's 1985. It kind of looks like if
Definitely.
Billy Trey was a skeleton, like his outfit. I like the Cobra Kai jacket.
the Cobra Kai jacket. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh my god.
But all right. I mean, this is a shorter episode. Is there anything in closing you want to
An
talk
hour
about?
and 4 minutes. Well,
We already talked about what next week's going to be. So next week we'll be
next
with,
week will be with the It's Just Beer guys. Wow.
which I'm still kind of nervous about. Like I know that he's not going to be a dick, right? So here's the thing. We're going to Uncle Dan's house, which is one of the guys from the show, and he's like the upstate New York's version of Porcupine Pat, except with reptiles. So you remember how like Porcupine Pat had all these crazy Pennsylvania animals? Well, Dan has the same thing, except he has exotic reptiles. So he has a 14-foot boa constrictor. Like the thing is like what 300, 400 pounds. It's
my
huge.
God.
It's absolutely like
That's cool.
he has it. He had it stretched. Like if this boa constrictor was laying in my kitchen, it's probably wall to wall.
yeah.
It's huge, and I believe he also has an anaconda.
He has quite a bit of stuff.
He has a huge snapping turtle.
Oh my god.
Poisonous
He has
stuff.
some
Oh,
really
yeah.
crazy poisonous snake. I don't like snakes. Like I don't like, but he's a respectful snake owner. Like he's, you know how like you're around someone who's like a gun owner, and you're like, this guy shouldn't have a gun. You know what I mean? And then you have people who are gun owners, like, dude, like you're not even gonna touch it. Like it's over there. Don't look at it. One of those deals. So I'm not scared that he's gonna like throw a snake on me. You know what I mean? But like the
No.
fact that I'm gonna be sleeping in a house drunk with a house full of snakes, I'm a little nervous. You know what I mean? Like, what if one
Yeah, one
breaks out in
prank-
the
yeah,
middle of the night and I wake
Just
up?
one prank and then there's a snake on you.
I'm half asleep and there's a fucking anaconda on my crotch. Like I'm nervous. I'm nervous. But he's a good dude. That's the only thing that kind of has me terrified is the anaconda. But we're gonna drink some beers with those guys. Some of them I think all of them dabbled in brewing or work at some type of brew
They
company.
do dabble, yeah,
Yeah.
believe it or not. Like I think it's just Josh and Uncle Dan that really dabble in brewing.
Well, Dan
He
does
Dan
marketing
works-
and stuff.
Yeah, he does the marketing aspect, but still though, like
Is Harrison gonna be there?
I have no idea.
I hope he is. I want to meet Harrison.
Well, don't forget we have Beerman D too. I don't know if he's.
I don't
gonna
think he's
show up,
actually coming.
But
Yeah,
no, still though, those four guys with us,
I'm
hey,
excited to hang out with them.
We're just gonna have a good time.
We've been FaceTiming with them a lot.
yeah,
Like
we,
that's kind of how we've been hanging out. Like
we
just
had
kinda,
at least like 4 FaceTimes on Bangin' Beers.
Ben had a FaceTime with Uncle Dan so bad one night that Dan called me at 5 a.m. and said, "You should go check on Ben. I think he's dead."
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a great time. Tyler, what do you got to plug? I know you got some cool
Oh
stuff.
my god. There's some cool music things in the work. I don't know how much
How much you could
I want
say?
to talk about it, but there's some things in the work, and we're still working on some like new songs for Bad Maggie. We spend a lot of this time kind of like learning things and trying to do things different, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. You can head over to Bad Maggie on Facebook, Instagram. Do you have a Twitter? Is there a Twitter?
No, we don't have Twitter.
Fuck Twitter.
Yeah.
Or you can.
Well, I think that's we just have Facebook, Instagram. I think we had a Snapchat. We don't use that though. We should
Yeah.
probably use that more.
And you can also check them out on Fans of Bad Maggie, which is kind of like a group page like we made, where people who go to the Bad Maggie shows take videos. You guys have a cool little fan base.
Yeah, that's
man.
pretty cool.
You guys have a
Never
little bit of a
expected that.
following.
Yeah,
It's
that
cool.
was awesome. And then people just like post like pictures or like videos of. So I'll play a show, and then the next morning there'll be like videos on there. So I go back and see like
Yeah,
I don't think how we played or
I don't
something.
think there's any other band that has a group page that wasn't made by you guys. Like I think it was made. It was made by the people, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure who made it.
But I mean, it's more or less
Yeah.
ran by fans of the band.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's cool, man. I dig it. And I mean, this year would have been a big year for Bad Maggie because last summer right at the end of the summer they broke into the block party scene.
Yeah,
Hooligan with
Yeah.
Keith Collins, who's on our show very often. He kind of really said like, hey, you should book these guys for block parties, and really got you guys out there. So you were breaking into that scene of you could be a band that you can see at casinos or block parties, which is a big thing for a cover band in the area. That's a big payday. And one of the things I really want to thank you guys for too. I know it didn't really pan out because of the COVID, but like, you know, we've always supported each other. You know what I mean? Like Bad Maggie for me, when I first started working at this job. Where I work now, Empire. Well, hopefully I work there. I don't know if they're going to bring me back, but when I went there, I was the only dude really on the floor, like that was there all the time, besides my boss, but like the only guy that worked there, and everybody was like, everyone was cool as shit, but everyone was like, kind of like, well, we don't want to talk to her, and it was like all cliquey. And I went in there, I was like, yo, if you guys hang out with like each other, you would have a blast. So I was like, you know, we should. So I just kind of went around the office one day. I was like, yo, what are you doing tonight? And they're like, nothing. I was like, yo, you want to go see a band? And I'm like, there's a band playing Bad Maggie in St. Clair.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. And then I went to the other group, and I was like, you want to go to St. Clair to see a band? And I'm like, yeah. So they all kind of showed up, and then we all just got hammered and partied to Bad Maggie. And then Bad Maggie became like our work people's like go-to band. And then every single time they played somewhere, we all went together, and it kind of formed this giant friendship. And it was because like it all started at a Bad Maggie show. So, but going back to what I was saying before, they got booked for a block party in Tamaqua, which is like they're kind of their hometown. And they not only did they say like, hey, can you book us to play a show, but can we have a friend set a tent up and do a live podcast while he's at the block party? And I was like, to even incorporate me or to think of me and put me in that situation, I mean, it meant a lot to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people come on the show, and it's just like, cool, I was there, I did it, see you later. But you guys are kind of like, hey, if I make it, you make, like, you know, kind of like,
definitely.
Yeah, like Bad Mag is the only show that we had where we had a special T-shirt made with Bangin Bears with Bad Maggie. You know what I mean? So like, you guys are
mine.
You guys are definitely we rock with you guys.
Yeah,
you
definitely. It's been a fun ride so far. Just like how it's been crazy. How it started, and then
this shit is eventually gonna pass.
Like eventually, just like that.
This shit is eventually gonna pass. You know what I mean? You just gotta hang in there like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, it's unfortunate with how everything's going, but I mean, hey, have your fingers dug into the metal, man. Hey, you gotta do your thing.
So when this is back, we just want to go like all out, like
it just
fun. Like, that's the purpose of this band.
Be going all out after this.
The support. I just want to like in closing, the support means a lot. It does. Like to not forget about us and try to incorporate us with stuff means a lot. It really does.
That would have been so fun. Like I just like, this sucks that that this happened. But
I as long as I've been alive, I've never seen a podcast at a school county event.
Yeah, like how cool would that be?
Just to be like interviews every day, people was at a fucking.
It was like, holy shit, there's a live podcast right here.
That's the kind of things I want to kind of do now when everything goes back to normal. Is be like the first podcast to be in this bar, the first podcast to be at a block party, the first podcast. I just want to kind of be the first one to ever record something in a certain location.
Yeah,
it's kind of like breaking new ground.
Yeah, it's like a new excitement for just like
absolutely. The only thing I got is check the links below. Check out all the stuff we have going on down below. I probably will share this in the fans of Bad Maggie page and show those guys some love and just let them know that Tyler was doing some cool stuff. But we are wrapping up here. The replay will be on Facebook on the Banging Beers page. So I know for some reason, I don't know why why Facebook put it on Interviews with Everyday People and not Banging Beers. The world may never know, but if you're here at Interviews with Everyday People, hit the like button. But go over and follow us at Bangin Beers podcast page, the like page, and the group page. The links are below. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, the merch page. You can replay this episode and listen to audio only pretty much anywhere you could find music or podcast. The next 2 weeks are going to be collaborations with 2 other beer podcasts, so keep your eyes out for that. And then we'll be back to business as usual, and we'll be back here with a full table and everybody and having some fun. But that'll wrap it up.
Triples, so on and so forth. So
that'll wrap it up. Yes, and the can arts will be posted on Instagram after Austin, so they will be there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out the entire time, commenting, sharing. You guys are the reason why this will become bigger than what it is. I mean, we can record and keep doing what we're doing, but it really comes down to word of mouth, and you guys are showing the love and supporting and letting your friends and family know that this is a thing, and we truly appreciate that. So that'll do it here for Bangin Beers Podcast. We'll see you next time. Enjoy some beers, drink safe, and don't drink and drive.